everyone, welcome to video 9 of the Recreate Your Life in 10 Weeks free series. We're almost at the end, and today I want to speak to a relationship with other. The most important relationship you will ever have in your life is the one with yourself. And so that means that any other relationship with anyone, it doesn't matter who it is always second place. Your lover, your partner, your child, your parent, your boss, your best friend, it doesn't matter. Everyone else that is not you is always second place. You are the one who will always be there for you and with you, no matter where you are. So that's your first and foremost priority, always. And that's why we also started with self-loving things to say to yourself. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I forgive myself. All of the things that I walk you through in the first couple of weeks. You understand in the meantime, assuming that you've seen either the other videos or you understand the basics of this work. If you haven't seen the other videos, then check the link in the description. So you understand that everything falls and stands with your inner talk. Because how you speak to yourself determines what kind of vibration you have, what your frequency is, and so what kind of life experiences you attract into your life. Relationship to self is the most important relationship ever. Relationship to other, this is my rule of thumb. If someone doesn't nourish me, they are not welcome in my life. If I have to deal with them for some reason, I will keep the communication and the relationship at a minimum. I am extremely selective with who gets my time and my energy. And when people do get my time and my energy, I value them and they will know that I value them. I'm a very loving person, but I'm also really super strict. If someone does something that is not up to my standards, I will always first go within, figure out what it is in me that creates that type of behavior in another, because there is no one to change but self. But make no mistake, when someone does cross a boundary, even though I will have a look at what's going on within me, I am not putting up with nonsense. So I will always set a clear boundary. I recommend that you check in your life who are the most important people in your life and what role do they play? What role do you give them? Are you outsourcing value and validation and attention to others? Because most of us do without us even knowing that we do it. Your number one relationship is with you. So also the validation and the safety and all of these things that we look in first instance when we don't understand how this life works. We look to others to give these things to us, but that's not where these things are sourced. Validation, self-love, worth, all of these things are sourced from us. And most of us didn't have the perfect upbringing, and that's no slight to our parents because they did the best they could. And also, all of us chose our parents, our siblings, every important person in our life. We chose them to teach us whatever we came to learn in this lifetime. So there's no one that is at fault for anything. But most of us had pretty interesting upbringings with parents that had no fucking clue themselves and made kind of a mess, not on purpose, but they didn't really understand how to do stuff themselves either. So the whole worthiness thing, feeling loved and feeling safe, feeling cared for, feeling unconditionally loved, that is something that we are having to give to ourselves. And at first that's a bit like, are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? But then it gets easier and easier and even more fun. And at one point, you don't even want to have it any different. Because you know what? When you can self-source this stuff, you don't need to outsource it. And what's even better, no one can leave with it because it's all self-sourced. So the people in your life, make a list and make what they mean to you, and also where are you giving your power away? Who still has the power to make or break your day? Because if there's anyone that has that power, they have to get off of that pedestal. So check how you give your power away. For instance, maybe you still listen to your parents or look to your parents for feeling good about yourself, and you're still trying to make mommy or daddy proud. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just information. And if you see that you're doing that, then you know that you're doing it. And now that you know that you're doing it, you're going to stop it. And you're going to give that to yourself. So whatever it is that you want from your parents, because usually it is something like we want them to be proud of us, you can start to say to yourself at any point in time, and it doesn't matter what you do, even if you tie your shoelace as a grown up, you can say to yourself, I'm so proud of you. And I'm not even kidding. Just keep repeating to yourself how proud you are of yourself for whatever it is that you do. Because why not? You probably haven't heard it enough when you were growing up, so you've got some catching up to do. Just tell yourself that you're proud of yourself for whatever reason. And you will start to notice that you really feel good about yourself. And that's what we're after. We're after this self-sourced feeling of amazingness. And nobody can tell you that it's weird. Only you can decide for yourself if it might be a little bit weird. And even then, do you remember? I think it's video 3 or 4, where I say, don't judge yourself for anything. Always be self-loving and compassionate. And you can laugh about yourself, right? I laugh about myself so many times that I hear myself say stuff to myself, and I find it extremely funny. I have a lot of fun just being with me. And so I also have a lot of fun being with others because I give them a lot of space to be weirdos too. There's nothing more amazing than being with people that are non-judgmental and that are lighthearted and fun, because life is seriously not that serious. So back to relationships. The relationship with yourself is the most important relationship in the whole world. And all the other relationships are second best. Yes, even the one with your children. Because who's going to take care of your child when you are not feeling well and healthy and balanced and secure and stable? It's not going to be a nice story for your child when you are not feeling good. So the relationship with yourself is the most important relationship. Everything else is second best. You are the one who has to do it with you for the rest of your life. So you better make that relationship damn good. This is it for this video. Next, the last video will probably be kind of a recap because you have all the information you already have. It is really simple. It is about being self-loving. It is about being completely self-accepting. It is about being non-judgmental, about accepting all the amazing things about yourself and all of the things that you judge not so amazing. Because in the end, you are here to be you, warts and all. It doesn't matter what you have done in your life. And I mean that. It doesn't matter what you have done. What matters is, what are you doing now? Who are you choosing to be now? How are you behaving, first of all, towards yourself and towards others now? And when you are a loving, fully accepting person towards yourself, you will be an amazing, lovely and loving person to everyone else. And when you are sometimes not such a wonderful happy camper, who gives a shit? You came here to be human. And to become superhuman, you can only become that by being superhuman. You're not here to be perfect. You're here to be you, which is actually perfect, paradoxically. So, my dear friends, I will see you in the last video very soon. And I have already decided on the new series, which I believe is going to be wonderful, and it's going to be on how to trust yourself when everything seems uncertain, because that's something that I am really good at and have been pretty good at for at least 20 years, maybe even longer. In any case, that's not what this series is about. This is about recreating your life from the basics. This is, the basic series. If you have this down, if you have the whole foundation down, then you can build a sturdy, amazing house called your epic life on top of that. Which brings me to a fit mind creates a beautiful body and an epic life. Love you much. See you in the next. Ciao.